The last time we discussed article writing, I demonstrated the method I use with the dummy series books for research. This week, I would like to show you how I use Amazon to write review articles. I decided I needed some more articles for my closet organizer site, and so I started by using a search string to locate popular Amazon closet organizer products. I wanted products that had at least 20 customer reviews. Using the search string below, I could actually set it for any number I wanted. Now, we've talked about this before, but it's been quite a while, so a lot of you probably forgot about using this. It's just a matter of using that string as you see it, and I can change that to 20 to 2,000. I could be 10 to 500, whatever I want it to be. But I want to make sure that I get at least 20 good customer reviews. Now, using this search string, I chose 3 products that looked interesting and had good reviews. There was a Rubbermaid configuration, a Seville Classic expandable, and a John Lewis Home Standard closet shelving product. At this point, my next step would be to do a keyword search for each of these products to make sure they were not too competitive. Even though they are popular, I want to make sure I have a chance to make a decent rank for the product I choose. Now, when I begin to write an article, I often find while doing the research that there's a better product or area to promote, and that occurred in this instance. While I was doing this search, I had my keyword tool running in the background, searching for the term closet organizers. When the tool finished, I found a particular product I had never considered for this closet organizer site. The keyword was shoe rack. It gets an amazing 14,800 searches a month. The average page rank of the top 10 sites is just 2.2, so the competition is low. The cost per click is on the low side at just 85 cents, but with this kind of traffic, if I can just get on the first page, it should be profitable for AdSense and still give me a good shot at Amazon sales. After making the decision to go with this keyword, I chose 4 shoe rack products from Amazon. I copied the product name, the link to the page HTML, and an image for each of the products. With this information at hand, I'm now ready to begin writing an article. Here's a view inside the stealth keyword tool that I use, and as you can see, shoe rack listed here gets 14,800 searches a month, local traffic. The cost per click is 85 cents. Over here it says 2.2. This is the average page rank of the top 10 sites. Competition is low. It has commercial value. It has 11 AdSense articles, and the keyword tool rates it as great. You can see that this tool rates the keywords in here from all the way from amazing through great to good to bad and to terrible. So it makes it very easy to choose some keywords. And as you can see also, if we look through here, there's some really terrific keywords in here. Here's easy closet, 6,600 searches, shoe organizer, and I know there was another shoe shelves and a few others in here that I can actually write a completely different article if I want to, or include in my shoe rack article. And here's the notepad that I use to gather the information to write my article. I start out with this is a direct link to Amazon for the main shoe rack page. When I put this link in my article, if someone clicks it, it's going to take them back to the page on Amazon that lists all of the shoe racks. And then I chose 4 of those, and I looked for 4 products that had good high customer reviews, and I tried to find customer reviews that had at least 4.5 to 5 stars. And so I found 4 of those, and what I do is copy the product name, the direct link to that particular product, and then I copy the image and I identify the image for each one. So I've got 4 products here now, and I'm now ready to begin the task of putting an article together. Not only can you find many styles of shoe storage solutions, but you can also review the many customer comments to help you determine exactly which product fits your situation. Whether you are looking for a hanging storage unit or a handy shoe rack, you will find the widest selection and bargain prices on Amazon. A shoe rack can be a simple single shelf unit that will keep shoes and boots that are worn daily in a handy spot near the door. A larger unit consisting of mini shelves will serve well in a closet that holds dozens of various shoes and slippers. One model that has received rave reviews is the Seville Classics 3-tier iron shoe utility rack. This unit is made with a steel frame and mesh shelves. The mesh shelves work well even with stiletto high heels. The unit folds flat for easy storage, and an added benefit is they need no tools to install. Simply open up the unit and place it where it is needed. For additional storage, you can purchase additional units, and they are stackable. In the customer reviews, customers state they appreciate the sturdy construction. Also, several customers mention that these sturdy shelves serve well for storing items other than shoes. One customer did comment that she was concerned that the steel frame might rust over time and she planned on painting her units. There was also a comment about the units being very utilitarian and did not do much in the way of beautifying the closet. These units are made to offer solid storage and a low price and are not really meant to be a showpiece. If you find your closets overrun with dozens of shoes, the Whitmore Chrome Supreme 50-pair shoe rack may be just the shoe rack system you need. As the name implies, it will hold up to 50 pairs of shoes on non-stop tubes in a durable chromed metal frame. This unit has wheels which make it a simple matter to move about, or the wheels can be removed to allow the unit to sit flat on the floor. If attractiveness and utility is important, then you may appreciate the Honey Can Do Bamboo 2-tier shoe shelf. This very versatile unit is made from beautiful bamboo with rounded corners and slatted shelves. The shelves are adjustable, which allows them to be flat or angled. This unit will serve well in the closet or kitchen corner or in the mudroom where it can hold 6 to 8 pair of shoes. One customer uses it in the living room next to the front door. It is moisture resistant and does require some basic assembly. It is also available in a 3-shelf unit. Several customers did complain that while they love the units and the bamboo, which makes it very attractive, they had to return the first unit they purchased because there were some cracks in the shelves. This is a benefit of purchasing from Amazon. They have a very liberal return policy and absolutely back up their merchandise. Although the shoe rack has been the focus of this article, it makes sense to add some information on the hanging shoe organizer. One of the models is the 10-shelf men's hanging shoe organizer. These units hang from the closet rod and have pockets where the shoes are inserted and are easy to locate and retrieve. They take up very little space and can actually be used to store any items that fit in the compartments. Some customers use these units to store purses. One owner mentioned that she is using one unit for storing everyday shoes, and in order to keep the storage unit clean, lines the pockets with shelf liner. Before purchasing this type of unit, you should review the manufacturer's descriptions and the customer's comments. Some customers prefer the zippered front units, which protect the shoes from dust if they are unused for a long period of time. Whether you need a basic sturdy shoe rack or an attractive unit to use in an open space or one of the many hanging units, be sure to spend a little time reviewing the available models to find just the right shoe storage solutions for your home. Now, I know it wasn't obvious to you as I read the article, but I worked in as many of these relevant shoe rack terms that I could, and if you look at these, it's just amazing. Now, who would have ever guessed that shoe rack storage would get this kind of traffic? The main keyword shoe rack, 14,800 monthly searches. Closet organization ideas, 3,600. Shoe organizers, 6,600. Shoe racks, 5,400, which is nothing more than the plural of the singular. But here's another one of those cases where you have to watch these closely, because by picking the singular version rather than the plural, I almost tripled the traffic. Shoe storage solutions, 2,900, and shoe storage, 9,900. So I worked as many of those as I could in the article, which gives me a chance of drawing in more traffic. As I mentioned earlier, I think this is just one of my sites that time forgot. I put this up a long time ago. I had 3 articles on it and then just forgot about it, and then realized that it had some potential, and so I decided to start building it up. And so here's the article that I just finished writing, Closet Organizers. Nope, that's not it. This one, Solving Your Shoe Storage Problems with a Shoe Rack. See, I've got 2 keywords in the title, solving your shoe storage problems and shoe rack. And when we go to that site, this is the article included in the website now. I've got the images in it, okay? And right up near the top, this is my internal link. If you click on this, it takes it back to another page on the site. And then I've interspersed the images in it. And I've got one more thing to do. I'm going to put a link down at the bottom here that will take any viewer back to the page on Amazon that lists all shoe rack storage. That's the last thing I need to do. So it's optimized. I've got the H1, H2, and H3 tags in it, and so it's ready to go. And now, because this looks like such a good product and I've got so much information, I'll use the same information and rewrite it and make an article to put on InfoBarrel that I can then link back to this page. So that'll give me a chance of getting a backlink to this page, and also the chance on InfoBarrel to make AdSense and Amazon income, or even some Chitka income. So this is just another way of taking your hard work and stretching it out. In other words, you don't just have to make one article and stick it on your site and forget about it. You can use those articles with a little bit of rewrite to get a lot more value out of them.